Hey, thanks for checking out the Fuel Your Mission vlog today. Today's vlog is vlog number 13. Title of it is The Critical First Step You're Not Taking. So, what we'll get into today a little bit is talking about the goal task-oriented person. So obviously we live in a very high energy society, and a lot of you out there that are watching this video, certainly the go-getter type that really have aspirations and dreams and goals, but the critical step that you're not taking is oftentimes action. I think that's kind of the key theme and buzzword that gets thrown around a lot. It certainly was when I started out with my venture as an entrepreneur. Was a lot of influential people that played a role in my success, or in me starting, I should say, was exactly that word right there. So start. Starting is absolutely a critical first step. However, I would argue that is not actually the first step that you should take. That is not the critical first step, I should say. It's hugely important, and obviously you can't get anywhere with just dreams and aspirations and plans. We all know those people that their minds are always tinkering on something, but they never actually do anything they say. And maybe you're one of those people and you're just struggling with that right now, where you're always thinking about all the things you want to do and aspire to do, but the action is what's lacking. However, again, to get to the topic of the video, I think taking action is a separate issue, certainly equally as critical. But what I see too often is a lack of self-awareness. So to me, that is by far the most critical first step, is assessing yourself, figuring out what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, what you're good at, what you're not good at, what you want to do. And way too often people plunge into a business because there's money there, or because they like to do something as a hobby. So they figure, well, why not start a business around my hobby? And they realize that running a business is not what they want to do. They enjoy the hobby, but they don't like the business that goes with the hobby. And vice versa. Some people start a business for money, and then they realize, well, I don't enjoy doing this. Why did I start this just to make money? So anyway, excuse my examples, rambling on with examples, but to summarize, taking self-assessment tests, and hit up fuelyourmission.co. If you need some help there, reach out to me directly. I can certainly provide a lot of really key resources. In fact, I'll actually post a couple resources that have been useful for me in the summary contents below. But please take that seriously. Do a full systems check, so to speak, on yourself. Figure out what your interests are, what you're good at, how that's going to translate into a career, into your work. And running a business, I use that as an example. You don't have to be an entrepreneur. It could be being a doctor, or working as an accountant for a large company. It doesn't matter. My point is that figuring out the why, figuring out why you're choosing to do those things, is where the self-assessment comes in. That is the critical first step. If you take action before you do the self-assessment, before you become self-aware, you're wasting your time, and you're taking action on something that years down the road you might wish that you hadn't. So do that first. Self-awareness is critical. That's the root of your success and the critical first step that you're probably not taking. Thanks for checking out the vlog. Please subscribe if you haven't yet, and look forward to growing Fuel Your Mission, and I look forward to reading some comments. Thanks, and enjoy the next one.